Hey, this is Amy with Momma-Builds. Come build with me. So today I'm in my tutorial world and I've decided that I really wanted to just do kind of a fun build with a material that I've never done before, and I'm going to do it in a way that I've not really done before either. Just a few little details that I don't normally do and just kind of talk about them and yeah, I just introduce them to you and hopefully inspire you to make changes in how you build. So I first of all I've started with my warped Wart block. I understand the first thing my kids said to me when they saw me making the beginnings of this house for the tutorial was just like, Mom, you realize that that's really just a leaf block. Yes, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's a block in Minecraft. It's solid. You can build with it just like any other stone, dirt, wood, whatever. So I just liked the color. I like the texture, and so I decided, hey, I've never used this to build a house, so I'm going to use it to build a house. So yeah, I've got the warped wart block. I have the warped planks, obviously the warped door, the stairs, and I'm also using white concrete and white um, quartz slab and the square, the block of it, to make my house. So as you can see, I've already started with the footprint, and that was basically like a 30 by 14 or 15 um, rectangle, and then off of that rectangle I came in 5 blocks right here, and then I came out like another 10 or so, and I decided instead of just a straight like square cutoff that I was gonna come up diagonally 2, and then I did 5 across, and then I did diagonally 2 again, and then came back to my original rectangle. And then I went 5 more blocks. So this part of the house is symmetrical. It's got 5 on either side of this little bay window that's sticking out. And then I decided to come out another 10 and do my entryway. And then I came back here and there's about 6 or 7 blocks left over. So it's not the same as the other end, but that's fine by me. So as you can see, I also decided for these two parts of the house that jet out, I decided to do an A-frame roof, so that means that I went up and in each row of block until I got to the top. It's going to either end with one solid block or two, and then I've decided to do quartz for my roof, and I'm using white concrete on the inside for interior walls just to break up all of that kind of cyan teal color in the warped wart block and the planks. So here we go. Let's go ahead and maybe what we should do is finish up the roof. So once you extend your A-frame roof into the main body of the house, I am going to then proceed to finish the roof by doing a wrap around roof. So I'm going to do that by finishing this A-frame roof here. I just left some parts undone so that if you're a kid or you're new and you don't know how to do a roof like this, you can see how I do it and you can start implementing this style of roof when you want to in your builds. So now that I have that done, I'm going to come to my rectangle, right? This big rectangle in the back of the house, and I'm going to go up and out one, or in one, just like this, and we are going to just wrap around the perimeter of our build, and then we're going to join up, and you'll see, I'll show you, to the A-frame style roof over here, right here. So you can see that this block meets up. There's a wart block right there. Oh, there's a, I'm sorry, not right there. Like this. So it may be that I'll change this. Well, here. We'll just keep going and I'll explain later as we go. So now that we've done that, we're going to, one of the other things we're going to do is we're going to join up our A-frames like so, right? So this is going to come out and in one more, and we're going to wrap around just like so. like any second now there's gonna be a huge flash of lightning and it's gonna scare the crap out of me. Alright, so I didn't do this little piece, so let me do it. I'm gonna meet that up with my A-frame roof. Then I'm gonna come out and up. See, I told you. There's no such thing as just rain in Minecraft anymore. There's always a thunderstorm. Okay, so we're just gonna keep doing this. So we're gonna take this portion of the A-frame roof. We're gonna come all the way out. That's gonna be our out and in next level, right? So it's gonna look like a staircase. And we're just gonna wrap all the way around. Now, I realize that some people may already know how to do this, so just fast forward through this part and move on to the next part if you're still interested. But I do like to show some of the roofing because I never know when a kid or somebody has decided that they want to build a house like this, but they don't know how. And so they can play or replay as much as they need to kind of figure it out. I remember when I was first learning to build in Minecraft, it was sometimes like confusing and hard. And I would do a lot of work to do something and then I wouldn't know how to fit a certain part together and make it work. So hopefully someone will find this helpful. Anyway, so you guys, please like and subscribe. My channel, it's interesting. I'll get a lot of views and then I won't get as many views and it's a lot of up and down. It's kind of interesting. But please feel free to comment and let me know what it is that you want to see from me. What type of builds do you want to see? Do you like tutorials? Do you like just tours? Like, let me know because I will do my best to accommodate that. And so here's the deal. This is when it gets a little tricky, right? So I made these two parts of the house jut out. They're not exactly the same. And so what I'm going to do to know how to build these babies together, I'm going to finish connecting the two A-frame roofs, and then that will help me figure out exactly how they're going to connect on the opposite sides, since they technically wrap around and connect to each other this way, and then they connect here in the middle. Do you see what I mean? So because they're different, we're going to have to connect them differently. Okay, so now that that's connected, see how it does that? Now this part won't meet up with the A-frame roof anymore. It's just going to come over here and meet up right here. And that's going to complete the first interior just rectangle part of my roof. So now it's going to go even faster and easier. So we just keep wrapping around until we have made an entire roof completely enclosed. Now, because I only have an hour of building time, because I just record my PS4 playtime, it only lets me record for an hour at a time, I'm going to finish off this part of the roof, but I'm not going to worry about showing you all of the white stairs that I'm going to put on top of it. I'm not going to do all of that. So I will do a tour probably. This has kind of been my new thing where I'll do a tutorial. I'll have it partially built so that it doesn't take so long to finish it. And then I don't usually have time to completely finish it before I gotta go and close out the video. And then I'll come back and finish it and just do a quick little tour so that people who just want to tour and get ideas that way can have a shorter video. Those who want to see more of how I did the build would have a longer video to see more of the tutorial. So, I don't know which one you are, if you're a big tutorial or a short tour person, but feel free to comment below what it is that you like, and if you would like to see more of the tours, more of the tutorials, more of um, I don't know, just whatever it is. Like maybe you're one of the people that you like build battles. One of the things that I would like to start doing more of is my survival world. I haven't made any videos of my survival world, and I like to do build battles and survival world with my son Luke, and he kind of teaches me about stuff because I don't have a lot of experience with survival, though I do like it. But I love building and just being able to build. And so a lot of times I'm just in my creative worlds building. So, all right. So in case you don't know how to do a roof like this, I choose, you don't have to, but I think it looks a little bit better to come down one row off of the building like that with our stair, and then I finish it off by doing an upside down stair. This guy, the two upside down stairs meet because there's two. This one, there's only one block at the top, so I just did one upside down stair facing me. So that's how we're going to do that. Like I said, I'm not going to spend time wrapping everything around the roof, but maybe I'll just finish this side of the rows just so you can get an idea of what this roof is going to look like once it's all done. And yes, when I go around the perimeter of the rectangle part of the house, I will also go down onto the housing to build, this right here. I will be doing roofing like all the way around like this to just kind of get it all connected and complete. That is how I like to do it. So it just makes it feel, I don't know, like there's eaves. I've never been to a house that didn't have a little eave coming off the roofing, so I just think it makes it feel a little more realistic. And then this is one block at the top, so I just top it off with a slab. Alrighty then, so that ultimately is what that roof is going to look like. Let's go ahead and go inside and talk a little bit about the floor plan. So I've already started. I had this big main rectangle part and then these two parts that jet off. This part is going to be an entryway. I might do a little bit of seating in here, and it's going to come into this room right here, which is going to be some sort of like a living room. I think I'm going to do the kitchen and dining room in here, maybe the dining room over there, kitchen right there. And then I think this is going to be a den, a place where there's like a desk and some bookshelves. And then I've got two bedrooms here. Each bedroom is going to have access to a Jack and Jill bathroom. And then this is going to be the guest bathroom right here. And this is going to be my main master bedroom right here. So there is a possibility that I will connect these two so that it's like a master suite, but I'm not sure yet. So originally this was going to be my den, but then I decided that this is like a weird spot for a bathroom, so I just kind of changed my mind. So let's do our white concrete and just start filling in some of these walls that I decided to create. Another quick little thing I may not take all the time to do is this bottom part right here. I may choose some of the living areas. Oh, I'm stuck. Some of the living areas to have the vaulted ceilings, but like over my bedrooms and bathrooms, I'm going to create a white ceiling, like the white interior walls, just to keep it from being super dark. And technically, you could do like a ladder and make that an extra living space, a loft, an attic, whatever you want. So I definitely will be doing that at least to here. So that's the type of thing that, I might do more of, like over the kitchen and the dining room, but that'll be something I'm not going to include in this tutorial. Alright, so now one of the reasons why I started doing the walls on the inside is because I didn't want to start filling in my outer walls to just have to break them all up to do windows. I figured I could do interior walls, figure out where I want my rooms, then I'll go back and I'll figure out exactly where I want to put my windows, which I started doing and then I stopped because I was just like, you know what? I don't know if this is really going to work out because I don't know where I want everything yet. So some of them will stay and will be fine, but other ones I'll get rid of. So I've never done a Jack and Jill bath. A Jack and Jill bath is when you have bedrooms that are connected to the bathroom. And I think generally speaking, they are like you can get into them by a hallway. Mine are not going to be like that. They're going to be more like an ensuite bath that's shared, which I've never really done before, but I kind of like the idea of, so I think it's going to work out okay. So here are most of our interior walls. Then I'm going to do some Wart block on the outside of them just to kind of define where I'm going to want my windows. I know that I always beef up my corners because I'm going to want interior wall. I don't like to put my windows all the way up to the edge of the wall. So I'll do 3, one that covers up the wall, one on either side of the wall. I'll do that here as well. And that'll just help me make sure I'm placing my windows symmetrically and not up against, get cut off by any interior white walls. And then these windows I had already placed, and then it just turned out that they're gonna work. So I'll just fill in. One thing that you could consider, you could do an entire inner layer of white concrete throughout the entire house so that you couldn't see the warped warped block that you are building with. I have done houses like that. If you're interested to see how that works out, I have it's called the Bus and Birch Beauty. It's all about building a house 2 blocks thick, so you have an interior block and an outer block that is your exterior of your house. And it's like building 2 houses basically. It's a lot of extra time. There's also some kind of like thinking and configuring that you have to do with 2 blocks, especially the house that I made. I wrapped my windows in birch, and it was just kind of a headache to do with 2 blocks, but I was glad that I did it because I think it helped show people like exactly how much work and time and some of the things you need to think about when you do a house 2 blocks thick. So holy Moses. Alright, so I'm gonna just keep going all the way around here while I know that I'm not doing any more windows. The windows are already put into place, so I can just fill in the rest. So I chose the quartz slabs, the quartz for the roofing, and then the white concrete on the inside because I just wanted to break up the wart block a little bit. I knew I didn't want to do white interior walls everywhere. I didn't want to take the time for that. But I wanted to break up some of that. I like the color cyan. I love turquoises. Green and blue is like my favorite color. Turquoise is one of my favorite colors. But it's a lot. The wart block itself is pretty busy. And I like it, but I just wanted to tone it down a little bit. Okay, before I forget, I know this is one of those things that I'm going to forget about. So I'm going to just add that here. Oh, another thing. So I've done bay windows in the past, but usually they're not like a part of the entire wall of the house. It's kind of separate from the shape of the entire room. It kind of just sticks out from the wall and isn't necessarily needed for making the roof. This did not work out that way. And I'm going to show you this because this might not be something that you like. It might be something that you think looks good. I don't know. But just to show you something here real quick about it that I was like, oh, okay, so that's not going to work out exactly the same. So yeah, I really like the quartz. It's really pretty. So because I come out like a rounded, bay window, my roof does not meet up exactly because I'm doing my roof the same way I do this, and because it comes out a block, in and out, in on the side but out in the front, that's how it meets up. So I don't, you may not like that look, this kind of zigzaggy, staggered kind of a look. You may not like that. Um, it's different. It's different than what I'm used to. You see that there? I'm trying to show you. There you go. So it's different. It's not what I'm used to, but I kind of like it. You could technically, if you wanted to, you could bring everything out and meet it at the same, kind of like a covered area almost. So you could do something like that if you wanted to as well. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Make sure. But that is definitely something you could do. So I didn't come out. I left that like that. So on this side I have it not like that. But on this side I do. And I think I like it better, where there's a stair on the back side of the other stair. Okay, so that's what the roof is going to look like. Let's get out of the rain, shall we? And finish up the interior of this house. Alright, go to my white concrete. And I'm going to finish up my den walls here. And I kind of need to decide where I want the vaulted ceilings and where I don't want the vaulted ceilings. I've already closed in the bedrooms and the bathrooms. I'm pretty sure I'm going to close in this room right here. So I'm going to go all the way up, and then I'll go on the inside and give it a ceiling. I mean, it doesn't look horrible or anything, but I think it looks just a little more realistic, closed in, like so. And I'm going to get my wart block. Alright, so that is going to make a really nice little den. I'm not going to close it with any doors. I'm going to leave it just kind of like semi-open. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to close. Up this wall, just like that. And I feel like it's super dark. Maybe it's time to start putting some light in the house. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's do a little bit of lanterns here. Oh, I guess not lanterns, they're torches. And those might have to get moved now that I think about it because I'm doing a kitchen in here, but I'll worry about that when I start actually building the kitchen. So then I have to decide, do I want to close this in? I think I kind of do, to be honest, because I don't necessarily want it open to everything. And then I think I might leave everything else in the main living area and the entryway open. And the thing about that is, once again, you could utilize this space. You could make a loft, an attic, bedrooms, a craft space, storage space, whatever. You could make, you could do a staircase if you wanted to. I didn't want to do a staircase because I feel like this isn't the biggest house in the world already. But you could if you wanted to. Or you could just use the ladder. Not the most realistic, but sometimes that's okay. So it's kind of weird that it matches up like right there. I don't know if I like that. I'll tell you what though, I really love the texture and the colors of the Wart block. It's a lot of fun doing a house with the Wart block, leaf or not. I like how it looks. Okay. Just give it a little bit of light up there for now. Alrighty then. So I didn't do as many windows as I could have in the entryway. I could have totally done like another set of windows, and I might do that again. I might put those in, but I was just gonna wait and kind of feel it out, see how I feel about it. So the one thing I'm gonna tell you that I'm not gonna like, and I'm not gonna like it, and I didn't realize it until just now, but I am not going to like that this bedroom right here does not have any windows. Now, I like that it has access to the bathroom that's going to have lots of windows, but that's something that I actually try to avoid in my builds, but apparently I wasn't paying close enough attention, which happens a lot when I'm making a video and I have to talk while I build, That can be a problem for Momma-Builds. But anyway, I digress. Alright, so let's do our warped Wart block. You know what? I think I'm gonna just put a window there. Did I come in two? Yes, I came in two, so there's one. There's two. Two glass blocks, and I'll fill this in. And over here, alright, let's fill in our windows, and I think this is it for the house. Do I even need to say it? Okay. Right, finish up the windows in here. Oh, goodness. Alright. Alright, so bathroom, 2 bedrooms. Now let's make some decisions about this. Do I want to bring this forward or no? It will give me more room. I think that's a yes. I think I'm doing it. And the reason why I'm going to do it is so that the master bedroom, it seems weird to me that like guest bedrooms or kid bedrooms would have an ensuite, but then the master bedroom doesn't. Like that doesn't jive. So I'm gonna make an ensuite for this one and less hall space, and I think that that'll be just fine. So something I've been also kind of wondering is, for those of you who do watch my videos, do you like the full-on tutorials? Like, do you like to see exterior and interior, or are you mostly interested in one or the other? Like, you just mostly want to see how to get the walls and roof and flooring and floor plan of a house, or do you like to see how I choose to build the inside and do the interiors, or are you interested in both? I don't know. I'm just curious, just interested. So if you're watching this video and you have stuck around to hear that question, I would love to know. Feel free to comment and let me know, what is it that you come for? Do you come for exteriors or interiors or both? I think that would be an interesting question to have answered. Alright, so I think this is going to be a nice master bedroom with a little bathroom. That's going to be nice. Okay, so which means I could probably get rid of that. So this is it, you guys. This is going to be the living room. When you walk in, we're going to have kitchen and dining room in here, a den, a living room space right here in the middle. We're going to do 2 bedrooms with a Jack and Jill bathroom back here. And then the master bedroom that we just partitioned off over here. And it's going to have like a little bathroom over here. So one thing I will say is I may not do a full on like door, but I do think I'm going to. Is that so creepy? The cave music. It's like I'm in a flat world. There's no caves here. I don't need your creepy cave music. This is gonna be the bathroom here, and so I could do a door, and I might later. But for right now, I like the idea of no door. All right, there we go. So you guys, I'm feeling like this was good for one video. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna close out. So please feel free to like and subscribe. Please subscribe. It helps the algorithm get my videos to the people who may be interested in watching them. It also supports my channel, which I appreciate. Thank you for those who have already subscribed. Please feel free to leave a comment, answer the questions, comment about things I talk about in the video. Let me know what it is that you'd like to see, and of course, just comments on this particular build would be fine also. So come on back, like, subscribe, and as always, guys, I hope you are having a great day and keep building.